Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great week. I just want to talk to you about a few things. I actually have a whole bunch of stuff to talk to you about. First thing is this upcoming Sunday, I will not be here, and so Lisa will be here as your lead gardener. And so if you need anything, just feel free to go to her. Also, this Sunday is Square One, and so if you're volunteering, please, please, please make sure your classrooms are cleaned and set up and ready to go for next week. Square One, just in case you don't know what that is, that's for any new family that has never been here before. What we do is we actually take the time to give them a tour of the entire facility. And it's Justin that usually gives the tour, but he takes all of the new people who have been coming for a day or for a month the opportunity to see every area that we have and to know if they have kids, that their kids are going to these areas. And so I just want to make sure that the garden looks as good as it can just for them, because it's kind of like we're welcoming them into our house. And when doing so, we always clean our house. So if you don't mind just taking a few extra minutes to make sure that your rooms look great. In regards to last Sunday, y'all, I walked the hallways several times when check-in was going on at the 9 a.m. service and the 11 a.m. service this past Sunday and the Sunday before, and I really feel like Jesus has been uniting the parents and the kids and us as volunteers together, that something is moving in these hallways, because we don't have meltdowns anymore. Which is not the way that it's always been, but I really feel like Jesus has really been blessing this area and kind of making all of us come together into one entity, because I don't know about you, but it's not very common for kids to not, freak out or to get upset when they're leaving their parents. However, there's some sort of peace that is very present here. And even Megan McTeer was talking about how she's been walking a few families back to the babies' rooms. And there's something to be said about teachers being able to welcome kids that are new or have been coming for a long time, and they are just calm and happy and full of love, and they know what their routine is. And so huge props to everybody, because that is a very, very big win for us. The next thing is more. It's tomorrow night. It starts at 7 p.m. and it goes till 8:30. If you're volunteering, please be here at 6:30. We have a lot of really fun games. Our entire hallway is decorated with games, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Justin's going to be making some announcements this upcoming Sunday, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what some of those announcements are. The first thing is that June 4th is Move Up Sunday, and so if you're a teacher for a 5-year-old class, June 4th is the day that they actually go into their new areas. And so we only have a couple of weeks left with them. I have written a letter for those kids, and I will have them over in the potting shed so that you can read them. But if you ever want to say anything to any of the kids, you're more than welcome to write a letter to them or to their parents. And I'd actually like to encourage you to do so, because I know we tend to get connected to these kids, and we want them to always remember who we are. And so, if there's any children that you'd like to reach out to and write that special letter to, that would be amazing. But I have written a letter that's coming from the garden, and Courtney, who runs the Grove area, has written a letter as well for them, just talking to the parents about the expectations, and the differences between the two areas. Like, for example, we have snack over here, but they have no snack. So that's something for them to get used to. Next date that you need to mark on your calendar is June 11th. This summer, we're going to kick off something called a summer block party, and it's going to be on Sunday nights for 6 weeks, starting the 11th of June. To my knowledge, it's going to be later in the evening. I'm not sure if it's like 6 or 6:30. There's a possibility that there's going to be a food truck, but every night is going to be themed, and so all families are welcome. There's no child care. It's just come hang out with your family and your whole church family. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you mark your calendars for June 11th. Another big change that's coming our way is August 6th. Our church is going to start doing different service times. We're going to start at 9:30 in the morning and 11:15, which means Justin's going to be cutting his messages, and he promised he's going to do it. And so August 6th, 9:30 a.m. and 11:15. I'm going to keep talking about this for the rest of the summer, but I just wanted you to be in the know. If you help at second service, please be sure that you're using a highlighter that is in your window specifically for the kids that are in your class. So for example, if you're a Beanstalk and your highlighter color is orange, when the kids come in, make sure you just highlight their name or put a little slash somewhere on the sticker that they're wearing that signifies they're a Beanstalk. That way when you guys go to the playground, you just know, oh, you're mine, you're mine, you're mine, you're mine. And it's easy for you to differentiate between the kids when they all come together for one class. And I think that's it. So I'm so excited. We have so much coming on. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know I'm throwing a lot of information your way, but to sum it up, I won't be here on Sunday, so Lisa's leading, and then Square One is afterwards, so please make sure your classrooms look great. Congratulations on being a part of this team and getting to see the differences between crying kids and a peaceful hallway. More starts at 6:30 if you're volunteering, 7 p.m. if you're attending. June 4th is Move Up Sunday. June 11th is our very first summer block kickoff party. The time change that happens on August 6th, and that's at 9:30 a.m. and 11:15 a.m. And the last thing I have to tell you is your trivia question this week. If you watch the video below with Lisa, she tells you where our story comes from, what book in the Bible, and the actual verse. So watch her video, check that out, and the first one to reply and tell me where the verse comes from or where our story comes from gets a prize. So I will see you guys in a couple of weeks, and I hope you have a great week.